welcome to this week's episode of Never Not Having Fun. I'm your host, Sydney.
No, we're never not having fun.
So this week I was really trying to come up with like a really good episode, and I was like, all right, what are we going to talk about? There's some really scary things happening in the world, but we're not going to talk about those because this is a comedy podcast and I'm not going to make fun of scary situations. So then I was like, all right, we're just going to talk about the things that happened in my week. Nothing really major happened. I woke up a lot. I woke up all 7 days of this week, so that is a big thing. I'm proud of myself for that, for waking up and getting out of bed. Did not say that I got out of bed on time. I hit snooze every day this week, and I'm not even mad about it. I'm not even mad about it because I got some good sleep, and I'm happy about it. But this week I went on a date on Saturday, yesterday. It's Sunday. Currently while I'm recording this, I went on a date last night, and if you know me and if you've listened to this podcast before, I don't date. I don't like dating. Dating is just not my thing. I'm not good at it. I don't make plans to go on dates. In 2020, I went on one date and it was bad. It was really bad. And so I went on my first date in a year, like my first in-person date in a year. And I was nervous, and I made a TikTok about it, and that TikTok got 400,000 views, so that's fun. But everyone was really nice on it, so that's cool. But the date was actually really fun. I had a great time. I was really hoping that it was going to be a terrible date, like TBH, I really was. Because, you know, terrible dates make for really good stories. But he was nice, and he bought me dinner, and then we went out to get boba after, and I like offered to pay because like he bought dinner, so like I'll buy like dessert or boba, obviously, because we didn't actually get dessert. And he's like, no, like it's a date, I'll pay. And I was like, oh my gosh, chivalry? What? So he was super nice, not just because he paid, but like he was also really nice and funny, and like we got along really well. And then something embarrassing happened, and I'm an embarrassing person. Like a lot of embarrassing things happen to me all the time, and so I was like, all right, we're gonna be embarrassing tonight. And at dinner, I ordered a really messy dinner. I ordered a spicy chicken sandwich with buffalo sauce and sauerkraut. No, what am I saying? Not sauerkraut. Coleslaw. And it was messy, and I was like, all right, this is gonna be the embarrassing part of the night. I'm gonna spill on myself, and like we're just gonna get over it. I didn't spill on myself, so I was like, all right, we're doing well. And then we went on a little drive, which, ladies, don't get in cars with strangers. I have known this man for 2 hours, so I felt safe about it. And also I told him, I was like, if you try and murder me, my best friends will come get you. They know your information, and he was not afraid. And I was like, all right, well, then he's probably not going to murder me. But don't do that. Be safe out there. Don't be like me. Actually, be like me. I was safe about it, okay? I was safe about it. But anyways, we went and got boba. We went to like Old Town Orange or whatever. We went to Old Town Orange. That's what we did. And we walked around and saw some doggos, which was really cute because dogs are cute. And then we went and got boba. And like I like boba. And he was like, ask me about boba. And all of a sudden I forgot what boba was. And I was like, oh no, I don't drink boba. And then we got in there and I was like, wait, I do. I love boba. So it's fine. And then we ordered our drinks. He paid for them, which was, again, really sweet. And I go to stick my straw in, you know, if you're watching this on YouTube, I just did the motion of it. And I hit it and it didn't go in. And then I hit it again and it didn't go in. And I was like, at this point, I'm like, my face is bright red. Like I already made a mistake about the boba. It was just bad. And yeah, so he didn't make fun of me, which I appreciated because I was like, this is the prime opportunity for him to make fun of me. And he didn't. He's like, you just have to like hit it really hard. So I literally like wound up my arm like I was about to like pitch a softball or baseball or whatever. I put it back and like I slammed it in the cup, and thank the Lord the cup stayed where it was supposed to, because if that cup would have gone flying, I would have been mortified, and that would have been the end of me. But I got the straw in, and guys, I don't know what this boba place was called. I think it was Olio in Old Town Orange, but they had bendy straws. All right, they were boba bendy straws. Never seen them in my life, and now I will only drink out of boba bendy straws. Like that is just, I really enjoyed them. And then after that, I proceeded to tell him that I'm an actual child and I bought glow in the dark rocket ship sheets, and he didn't judge me. So I guess this is a good sign. He did tell me that he was going to tell all of TikTok that I am afraid of the dark, but I beat him to the punch. All right. I already told all of TikTok that I'm afraid of the dark because I am afraid of the dark. I do sleep in the dark, but now that I have my glow in the dark sheets, it's like, oof. Is it dark? No, it's not, because they glow in the dark. I still stand by that purchase. Like, I've now fully put the sheets on. I was just sleeping with one of the pillows for a little bit, but now the sheets are fully on my bed, and I love it. I love it. But yeah, the date was really good. We're actually going on a second date. I've never made it past the first date. Partially the men's fault, but all man's, whatever. Partially their fault, but also partially mine. I'm really picky when it comes to people that I hang out with. I have a very select group of people that I hang out with, and I don't hang out with anybody else because I don't like to. You would think, like, you listening to my podcast and like watching me on TikTok, you would think I'm a people person. I'm not. I really like being home by myself with my like close-knit people. But this man was actually really nice. I'm not going to tell you his name because, well, if you go on my TikTok, you can find his name. But for privacy, I'm just going to keep that to myself. But anyways, he was super nice, and we're going on a second date. We haven't planned it yet, but like we talked about it last night and today. And yeah, it's really fun. But the reason why I haven't made it past the second date is like I'm really picky. I'm really particular. And like if there's anything that the man says that I'm like, I don't go on a second date. And then also, I'm just a very awkward person. I am who I am unapologetically at all times, even on a first date. So this one time I went on a date. It was my first ever real date after college. And I got all dressed up and I was like, oh, I'm looking cute. I saw the picture the other day and I'm not going to post it anywhere. But it was not cute. I did not look cute. I don't know what was happening with my hair. I don't know what was happening with my outfit, but it's fine. But after that date, I was like, oh, we're totally vibing. And I texted him the next morning, and he had blocked my number. Oh, how embarrassing. Embarrassing for him, because look at me now. No, I'm kidding. We probably were not right for each other. Anywho's it. But yeah, I haven't made it past the first date. So this is going to be an interesting experiment for me, considering I've never been on a second date. But it's going to be fun. And I will probably update you all on it. I updated TikTok last night. And let me just tell you, I made a funny video about it, and I had his permission before I made the video because I was like, we got to talk about this because TikTok needs to know. Like, I'm no longer my own person. I am my person plus my 300,000 followers because they need to know. Like, they're going to come at me if they don't know. So I made a TikTok saying that he spat in my food, which I just thought was funny, and so did he. And all my TikTok was like, I ended it with saying, just kidding, obviously, because I didn't want my TikTok to come at him. And all of the, like, my followers, I call them my friends, all my friends in the comments were like, oh, you had me. I was about to throw some punches. And all of them, like, went over and, like, looked at his TikTok, and they're like, oh, they, like, went and had to make sure that he was a good guy. But I think he's a good guy. He seems really nice. So that's what it is. So that was my date. I will update you guys once we go on the second date. But then while I was on TikTok, something interesting happened. You know Tesla, right? The car company. I'm not a fan. I know I'm going to get some hate for that. I just don't like Teslas. They kind of weird me out. I don't really understand them, but that's okay. I'm happy for people who like their Teslas. I just probably will not own one. And I say probably because I change my opinion a lot. All right. So I could change my mind in like a month. But anywho's, I assumed, like, you know, you got your Tesla, you don't pay for gas because, like, it's an electric car. You plug it in at home, right? And then if you're on the road, you stop at one of those charging stations. And I just assumed, and I know you're not supposed to assume things, like, because, you know, it makes a bleep out of you and me. This is a clean podcast. I don't cuss on here because I think children listen. I don't actually know who listens, but maybe they do. Anyways, it's not, well, where was I? So if you run out of electricity or whatever it is, or charge, whatever you want to say, you stop at those like charging stations and you charge your car. Well, I assumed they were free. I know. Why would they be free? I don't know why they would be free, but I just thought it in my brain. I was like, oh, it just makes sense. Like you like bought an electric vehicle, you get to charge it wherever. No. I was watching a TikTok and this girl was like, my dad didn't update his account, so I can't charge the car. And I was like, wait. You mean to tell me you pay that much for a Tesla and then you have to pay at the Tesla charging stations to charge your car? What happens if you don't have any money and you're like staring at it in the middle of the nowhere? Like, that's her. And don't you have to wait 2 hours for it to charge? This just isn't making sense to me. Tesla owners, if you can explain this to me, please let me know. And if it is free and like I was misinformed, also please let me know, because now I'm confused. Do you pay for charging stations? I guess for me, like, my thought process was, oh, they're solar powered because like clean energy, right? I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case anymore. So yeah, we can call Sydney not the smartest at times. Some may say an idiot. A smart idiot. I am getting my master's right now, so an intelligent idiot, but sometimes I am an idiot. Other updates on me. Oh, guys, remember a couple weeks ago when I made the podcast saying I'm having an existential crisis because I don't have my Birkenstocks? Well, guess what? One of my mom's friends bought Birkenstocks and she didn't like them, and she just happens to be like a size smaller than I am, so she gave them to me, and Sydney now owns Birkenstocks. Once again, it was a rough, 3 months without Birkenstocks. It was a scary time for me. I really went through an identity crisis. I bought sandals, not Birkenstocks, not rainbows, sandals. Who am I? I'm not a sandal person. I'm a Birkenstocks girl. Okay. So catch me wearing Birkenstocks every day for the next at least 6 months to get back my Birkenstock integrity. I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah, I own Birkenstocks once again, so everyone can stop worrying about me. I am no longer in an existential crisis. But yeah, let me check my notes app real quick, because I wrote down a couple things. All right. I think that's all that I wrote down. Okay. Anyways, what else? Oh, I start school on Monday. By the time you're watching this or listening to this, I've started school. So I'm a little nervous, except for it is my first elective class. So, I'm going to get a master's in business, an MBA, and we had to emphasize in something. And so I originally, when I went to go off to college, I was going to go and get a hospitality degree. So that's what I'm doing. I'm emphasizing in hospitality, and I'm excited. This is my first hospitality class, and we'll see how it goes. All right. Oh! I forgot I did this. I forgot I was going to talk about this. So on TikTok this week, I announced that I was going to go get a doctorate, and by announced, I made a funny TikTok. All right, I made a funny TikTok. Do we all know the story of why I went and got my master's? I don't think we do, so I'm just going to explain it to you. In 2020, I got laid off from my job, right? And I was like, I'm bored. And I was having a midlife crisis. I had just turned 25. Well, not just, but a little. No, I was 24. Oh my gosh, the pandemic started so long ago. I'm just realizing it's 2021. It's fine. Anywho's I just turned 24, and then the pandemic hit in March, and I got laid off, and I was like, what if I never get my job up again? Which I should have realized my dad is my boss, so obviously I was gonna get my job back. But anyway, I was like, I'm gonna use this time to better myself. I'm gonna go get a master's. So it was kind of a joke. It was not a joke. Obviously, I wasn't I was like, oh, let's see if I can get in, and then I got in. Hello, why was that dog barking? Was that my dog? I don't even know if you guys heard that. Anyways, sorry, I'm getting distracted tonight. Let me focus, okay? So I kind of started off as a joke. It was to better myself, but it was a little bit I'm gonna see if I can do this. Well, I'm now a year and a half in. I have a year and a half left. It's a 3-year program, and the other night I was all of a sudden I was like, I need to go get a doctorate at midnight. I was like, I need to go get a doctorate, and I think I talked about this last week. Maybe I didn't. I'm not really sure. But I started looking into it. I did. And then I was like, I'm going to post a TikTok because it's kind of funny. And then that TikTok blew up and got into the education side of TikTok. And everyone was like, don't get a doctorate for fun. And I was like, listen, all right, I'm not going to get a doctorate for fun. If I'm going to get a doctorate, I'm going to become a professor, and we're going to all call me Dr. Professor Sydney. And I'm going to live for it. All right. Dr. Professor Sydney would be a really cool title. I know it's just Dr. Sydney. Actually, it's Dr. Benjamin, but whatever. But I'm not going to get a doctorate. I thought about it long and hard for 2 days, and I'm not going to go get a doctorate. I'm not saying I never will. I'm just saying I'm not going to get a doctorate right now. I'm going to finish my MBA. I'm going to pursue acting still. I'm going to keep my podcast up. I'm going to keep my YouTube and Instagram and everything. Keep that all up. And then we'll decide on a doctorate later. But people were in my comments, beating me up. They were like, don't go to education for fun. I'm like, why not? Education is fun. Sometimes. Anyways, I don't know why I just told you all of that, but that's what I told you. if you guys are watching on my YouTube, you may have noticed that I now have a blue couch in here instead of a pink chair. And that's because I have a super exciting announcement coming up in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, you guys will all find out something really exciting, and it does involve this blue couch. And I'm sure you can assume, or not assume, I'm sure you could guess why I have a couch instead of a chair. But anyways, I have a super exciting announcement. It's going to be all over my TikTok. I'm going to be doing a TikTok series of how I renovated my podcasting studio. I'm going to show you all of the behind the scenes of that. And then on September 6th, which is Labor Day, the podcast will be relaunching. Obviously, it's still going. Like I'm acting like I'm taking a break. I will still have podcast episodes for the next 2 weeks, but on the 6th of September, the podcast will be relaunching in a whole new light, and I'm really excited about it. And it's exciting. Anywho, sis, if you haven't already, go subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm like at 830 subscribers, and like I'm living for it. If I can just get up to 1,000, that would be really awesome. So if you haven't, go subscribe to my YouTube. Also, if you haven't rated or reviewed on Apple Podcasts, please do that. I'm still at 4.8 stars, and it's killing me. It's killing me. I have one negative review, and I don't think they actually listen to the podcast, because if you listen to this podcast, how could you negatively review it? You can't. Anyways, that's all I have for today, and I will talk to you guys next week. Bye, guys.